Hey there everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris Orme and today we're playing Franchise Hockey Manager 3. With the Regina Pats, we are in the playoffs. Let's go and take a look at that picture. You can see on one side we have the Spokane Chiefs and the Prince George Cougars. And on the other side, the Medicine Hat Tigers will face off against ourselves in the other conference. So this is to get to the Memorial Cup. This is what it's all about. We stacked our team. We went 4-1, 4-0. We're hoping for another big win here and round off the season in style. Then we see where our players go in the NHL draft, who we're losing to what teams at what number. Really hoping that number one overall pick will be Nolan Patrick, of course. Well, actually, I'm hoping he doesn't get drafted at all. But let's face facts, that's not going to happen. Just not going to happen. I think we'll lose him. We might lose a couple of others as well. Like, let's see. Who else am I really worried about losing out of this group? I mean, if we lose Steele as well, that's like two great centers gone. Wagner's probably going to go as well. And then you're looking at Cal Foote. You know, some of the others are young enough, not really ready enough, okay, but, you know, Foote and Wagner might go. Steele's going to hurt, especially since Patrick's probably going to go as well. And, yeah, all these overage players as well, sort of Zborowski, Duke, Brooks. I mean, they could all not be at the club as well next season. Hobbs, maybe. You know, it's gonna suck. Basically, everyone above Anderson might not be here next year, and that kind of hurts. That will really put us back a bit. Luckily, we've got some really good young players here, so I'm excited about the group of players we've got and the development, and then we've got our Bantam draft and the import draft, and just see how things actually line up. So, you know, it's not the end of the world, but it's one of those things where you want to make sure that everything is set up correctly. Let's get the Foote brothers back in, shall we? Let's just make sure they're okay, and they're scratched, that's fine. That's our lineup there. So we're going to kick off the series against the Medicine Hat Tigers, who I haven't really looked at too much in terms of our opponents so far. I will do it here. This is going to be a nice idea to see. So, pretty decent team, good potential. Some of these players could end up being great players at this level. Hamblin, I think, is definitely one. They've got a great little goaltender in the making for next season, and some good sort of round out players there on the wings mainly. So, you know, they miss a few things, but they're a decent team. They've made it this far. But really, they shouldn't be able to worry us too much. I think we've beaten better teams with the Wheat Kings. I'm not sure about Moose Jaw, if they're better or not. Medicine Hat, pretty tasty as well. So, let's just get into things. We're going to jump in here. You can see that they've got David Kerneville, and he has got decent amount of points, not quite as much as Nolan Patrick. The goalies, again, fairly similar, but we do have a slightly worse goalie. And yeah, let's untick game stoppages. Let's get game one of the Eastern, I guess, Eastern Conference Finals. Not sure if it's East and West or not, but I think it might just be. And let's go into the first period, and there we go. Cal Foote, Filipal, Aaron Brooks over to Cal Foote, restored to the lineup. The defenseman gets on the score sheet, and that is a power play goal. Love that. Love that. First period coming towards an end, and there it is. So just the one goal then to start things off. Why can't I sort by some of these? I don't know why I can't sort by some. And look at that, Reed Duke, 25 seconds in. It's Hobbs over to Nolan Patrick, and Duke slaps that one in the back of the net. Gives us a good advantage here, but Dahlstrom to Connor Clouston, and that is a goal back. Next goal here will change. Ooh. Ow. Okay. Yeah, next goal will change momentum, I was going to say, but that might change. That might change a lot of momentum. So Nolan Patrick is gone. Let's see them. What we can do. So we're holding that narrow goal advantage going here into the second period. And this game just became a lot tighter than I wanted it to be without our best player on the ice. But there we go. There we go. Matthews over to Hobbs. Feeds Austin Wagner. And he slaps that one in. Gives us 2 goals going into the last few minutes. This game should be done. There it is. It's a good win. But I'm really worried. I'm really worried that Nolan Patrick might not be fit for the next game. Or the game after, or this entire series. And if he's out, will he actually be out for the entire playoffs from now on? So it doesn't look like anything there. Let's go to our roster and take a quick look at Nolan Patrick. Yeah. Latissimus dorsi strain. 1 to 2 months. So that's him done. Our leader, our star player, our big name. Just... oh. That could have been the last game Nolan Patrick plays for us. And that sucks. That does suck. Extremely injury resistant. So, yeah, I mean, what can you say about this kid? He is absolutely fantastic. Really, really, really like what he's done this season and what he's actually stepped up in the playoffs and done. Yeah, you can see, last year he was a big producer for the Wheat Kings. This year for us, he did step up and make himself sort of known. And that sucks. That sucks. How do we overcome this? This is going to be an interesting one then. How do we overcome this? I think for me, I'd put foot in that line somewhere. Depends though. I'm not entirely in charge here, of course. There we go. So Steele moves up to that first line. You can see there inside of Wagner and Duke. Then Arl, Brooks and Stadel on the second. Coleman, Matthews and Smith. Foot, Fonstad and Zablocki. Oh. Okay then. Sam Steele's not having a bad time. I know he goes up to the first line. I think now we do need a lot more to come from the team. And I would like to see as well the goaltenders step up a little bigger for us and keep a couple of clean sheets here, a couple of shutouts would be really, really nice. So there we go. Connor Hobbs over to Coleman, and Calfoot steps up there with a goal. That gives us the advantage here at sort of just after the midpoint of the first period. We get through that first period, and now there we go. Look at that. Hobbs again. Foot again as well involved. This time it's Matthews being the connecting force. And that's a good 2-0 advantage. I'm happy about that. 2-0. 3-0 now, approaching the midway point of the game. Clegg the steal, and Reed Duke over on that right-hand side, drilling that in the back of the net. And Philippe Ball as well from the right-hand side. Brooks, steal to Al. That's what I'm talking about. 4-0, 4-0. And that is going to end period 2. Good defense, good goaltending. Let's keep this going. Defenders coming up big. Hobbs, steal. Not bad, actually. He's appeared on 3 of the 5 goals. And you got Hobbs and Clegg getting on the score sheet. Cal Foot again involved. And Sam Steele involved. Look at that. Defenders scoring most of these goals. I'm really, really pleased with that, actually. Really pleased with that. That's awesome. That's awesome. We've got 11.5 minutes now to keep them out. Don't lose it now, guys. There it is. There it is. The shutout. The goal scoring. The depth. Cal Foot, 2 goals, 1 assist. Sam Steele, 4 assists. Connor Hobbs got to feel like a little robbed there. What did he get? He got an assist, he got a goal, and he got another assist. So 2 assists and a goal. Calfoot got 2 goals and an assist. 4 assists for Sam Steele. Skinner, exactly what I wanted to see. Exactly what I'd asked for. 100% saves. 27 shots, all kept out of the net. And that is something that we badly needed. Really wanted to see us come up big in terms of a defensive performance. And that sort of went our way. On the flip side, Prince George. I mean, just wow. Prince George with a 6-3 win in game 1, I believe it was. And they've opened up a 2-0 lead with a 7-0 victory there. So we were 6, they were 7. We won 3-1, they won 6-3. I mean, right now, if things continue this way, it should be us against the Prince George Cougars. So we go from Tigers to Cougars if we can get this done. So Austin Wagner now is being listed as our star player at the start of that game. Almost missed that. Interesting to see. Let's get the first goal, and again, try and keep them out, and there we go. Nolan Foot up here. Zablocki from Clegg, and together they conspire to feed Nolan Foot, who comes up big for us there, playing as a centre, it seems, and that grabs us the lead. Let's not let them get back into it, though. Oh, we have indeed. Dahlstrom, Prusio and Rassel there combining to get them even at the end of the first. And oh my days, 7 seconds into the second, Bradley Jevne, I don't know how you're going to pronounce that one, and Riley Woods with the goal. So we need to come from behind, and we're not going to be able to do it at this stage. Bradley to Hayden. Bradley gets a goal there from McKeegan. Oh, Smith. Smith gets us back in at the end of the second there. Luke Smith from Connor Hobbs. That's going to put us now just 2 goals down. We can get those back, but we need... I was going to say we need to keep them out. Presusio again, and there's... Dahlstrom, the same names are coming up for them. We get another goal. But we're down now by 3. Steele, though. We're back within the 2. 11 minutes left. Need to score. And Sam Steele's gone down with an injury. I mean, Nolan Patrick, then Sam Steele. I mean, not going to be our day. Not going to be our day at all. I know I'm really praying that Sam Steele's going to be okay, because otherwise we're really, really soft up the middle. Spokane pull a game back as well, though. So, both series tied in the... well, not both series tied, but both series are the same. 2-1 to ourselves and the Prince George Tigers. So without Sam Steele, it looks like we're going to be calling in Cole. Not really enthused about that. Not really enthused with that at all. So yeah, Wagner's our star player now. We've actually gone through 2 other of our stars, though. Not sure I like that, but Wagner, he's lived up to his billing. Josh Anderson, Stelio Matthews, and then Austin Wagner applying the finishing touch. And Dahlstrom, though, back in the game there. Shaw Clouston to Dahlstrom. Let's see what happens next. Momentum with Medicine Hat, but we ride out the period. What is it with these slow starts at the starts of periods, especially the second? Bradley there with a goal. Dahlstrom with a goal. Like, we need to get this done. Bradley there. Hayden, and this is done. Yeah, sim to the end of the game. We're just done. We're just done. That was not going to go anywhere in our favour. Without Sam Steele, without Nolan Patrick, that just sucks. It just sucks. I mean, to lose both your starting sort of first and second line centres is... it's just tough. There's no other real word for it. It kind of sucks. So both series now tied at 2 apiece. Oh, can't afford to lose this game. We just can't. I will worry about us coming back. So, we really need to get back in the lead in terms of the series. We're yet to be behind. And there we go. Reed Duke with a goal. Calfoot, Aaron Brooks there with the assists. And that's going to end the first period with us in the lead. Let's see where we can go. Calfoot, Riley Stadel and Matthews there with the assists. Liking that a lot. Duke and Foot. Oh. Mason Shaw with a goal. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Russell. No, boys. No. Hit them. Hit them hard. Give me that winner now. Oh. Kill Clegg. Wagner and Hobbs setting him up. 36 seconds left. Ooh. That was a close one. That was a close one. To go 2-0 up and then to drop back down. That was tough. That was tough. I really saw that going against us, but hey, we got the win. We got that goal right when we needed to at the death. Spokane, though, 3 in a row now, on the verge of putting out the Cougars. Delete all those. Let's go in then to game 6. Yeah, this would be game 6 then. So Wagner, still our main guy. So, gonna have to check after this game whether we win or lose. I'm gonna check about Sam Steele because I want him for game 7, if possible. Let's see then, can we get off to a good start? We can indeed. It's Riley Stadel with the goal. Carl Foot and Philippe are feeding him, but immediately, I mean, like almost literally immediately. What's that, 7 seconds? Oh, Dahlstrom, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. You just... Oh. Okay. Now, Alto Matthews, Adam Brooks takes the lead back for us here. And Rubins with a goal. So it looks like a back and forth game. Yes. Zaborowski. Oh. Come on. Don't let him score. There we go. Cal Foot. Oh, and Brooks as well. Here we go now. Is this confidence? Is this just momentum? What's going on here? Rubins with a goal back. But it's not going to be enough for them. We're going to take a 2-goal advantage here into the third period. And this is what I want. Oh, but look at that. We give it up fairly early in the period. We give up the goal. Now we're only in front by 1. Oh. David Cannaville with his goal. And that's going to tie it up with 8:08 left. Come on, Pats. Oh, it's going to go to overtime. Okay, well, I'm going to call out Philippe Al here. I'm going to call out Philippe Al. I want to see him put the puck in the net. I'm back. Sorry about that interruption there. So let's see them. Philippe Al, looking at him. Wagner, he could come up big for us. And Foot would be the other guy. Let's see. Oh. Oh. That just hurts. So Clayton over to Dahlstrom. He feeds Matt Gerlach. And it's all over. We are tied in the series 3 apiece. Goaltending coming up big for them. We're allowing far too many shots, or far too many goals, I should say, for the number of shots. And I don't like it. I don't like how we're giving up the lead. I don't like how we're not able to stay on top of things and see games out. We're going with Game 7, and the winner will face the Spokane Chiefs. Okay. Well, let's go check on Sammy Steele. And nope, he is done. He is done. He's not going to be back for Game 7. He's still day-to-day, but he is done with his jaw. 2 to 3 weeks, strained posterior cruciate ligament. So Cole is out as well. Not a big loss, but it's just, you know, it's 3 forwards as well. Like, we're now using every single forward that is fit to play. We are using every single forward that's fit. Because we've lost 3. Game 7. Game 7. Oh. First time we've truly been tested. And their goaltending is just so much tighter than ours. Well, so what it all boils down to. Do we head to the final? Do we compete for the cup? Or is our season done and dusted? I feel if we had Steele, we'd have a much better chance. If we had Patrick, we'd have a much better chance. Both of them, we should be able to win without too much to worry about. Right now, though, our offense has fallen down to where their defense is competitive. Our defense isn't competitive against their offense. So, you're really handing that advantage over to them. We are the home team, so that advantage comes back a little bit to us. And then you look at the power play versus penalty kill. We should be able to handle them fairly well. They will not be able to handle us. So, really, we want them to take a lot of penalties. That's what we want them to do. First period, Game 7, the Eastern Conference Finals of the WHL. The Medicine Hat Tigers visiting our Regina Pats, and the puck has been dropped. Let's go, boys. Let's get this done. I believe. So, I mean, they are on penalty right now. We do start second period on the power play, which means maybe they don't get that quick goal. But a goalless first period. I mean, this series has gone really tight. And there we go. Filipal. Stelio Matthews out to the right-hand side. Filipal there grabbing our power play goal. And that's what we expected. That is how things went. Lots of pressure, but nothing else to show for it right now. But we do keep that advantage going into this third period. We're 2 periods down. With 1 period left. Got a goal advantage. Shots are fairly even. And not too much else has changed at the moment. So, all or nothing. They took another penalty, but we could not capitalize. We took a penalty and killed it, which is good. Another one there, but they get a short-handed goal. Gulak over to Kenneville, and 7:17 left. Come on now, Pats. No! 4 minutes left. Russell, Javney, and Hayden. We need to score. And it's done. It's done. Damn. Losing Patrick put us within an inch of our lives. Losing Steele killed us. Could not afford to have them both go out. And, hey, injuries dictate that series. Both ourselves and the Prince George Cougars went 2-0 up in our respective conference finals. They fell in 6, we fell in 7. It hurts because our top 2 players were missing for 3 games, 4 games. Like, Patrick went down in the first game, so he missed 6 and a bit. I think Steel missed 4. Oh. Yeah. So there we go. Medicine Hat will face off against Spokane for the WHL title. Yeah. Just like, might as well just go through and see what happens. Out of the two, I'd fancy the Chiefs, to be honest with you, but you know, it might be better for us if Medicine Hat won, because then we were beaten by the champions, which is, you know, always a good thing. If you're going to lose, you might as well lose to the best team that season. So we'll kind of see where we end up here. Okay. Oh, it's saving. What's it saving? We're not done with the series yet. Come on, game. I get this like the start of a month and everything, but yeah, and all this international news and everything, I really don't care, and I can't seem to be able to turn it off. I've tried all the different combinations. I can't turn it off. That is annoying. One downside over it. Medicine Hat there, up 3-1. It looks like we might be beaten by the champions. There we go. Sam Steele has completely recovered. The World Championship is coming up. And there we go. Medicine Hat will take it there. It will be a 4-1 victory in the finals, and that puts them up there. So, the 4 Broncos Memorial Trophy, that goes to Jansen Harkins. Okay, Prince George. Pretty decent. Fair play to him. The playoff MVP goes to Dahlstrom. To be fair, he kind of was one of the driving forces that knocked us out. So, well done to him. Okay, Skinner picks up basically the goalie of the year, the Del Wilson Trophy. And I can't disagree with that. I mean, he had a good season, but it did seem that he had lower save percentage than all our opponents in the playoffs, and that's kind of a little worrying. I would have liked to be a bit better there. Hopefully he doesn't get drafted. Hopefully he returns next season. The Bill Hunter Trophy, the best defenseman, that goes to Regina Pat's blue liner, Cale Clegg, and happy that you can see that there. Absolutely fantastic. Left wing, Jim Piggott Trophy. That goes to Dahlstrom. Again, picking up another trophy. Sean Closton. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, he wasn't like a big part of why, but he was a good part of why they kind of overcame us. Because he gets Lloyd Sanders. You can see the Bob Clark Trophy, the points leader, Nolan Patrick, Reed Duke, thrilled to be the best plus-minus player, good to see him. And there we are. The goalie winning the goal against award is Stuart Skinner. So that puts us in decent position in terms of awards. Just a shame that in the end, we couldn't overcome Medicine Hat. I think we would have done similar against Spokane. We would have been, you know, fighting fit for that final. At least with Sam Steele back in, we were at a better chance. But not to be Season 1 goals in order. There were 3 main goals I wanted. Number 1, stack the roster. We did that. We stacked the heck out of this roster. And then, step 2 was win the WHL playoffs. And we just fell short of that. A little bit of unluckiness along the way. We just missed out on that. Step 3 is to get our player drafted number 1 overall in the NHL entry draft. And you know, Nolan Patrick has that chance. He does have that chance. Getting all these updates on Nolan Patrick. Just want to go through a few more days. And there we go. So, everyone should be back. Everyone should be fit. I mean, looking at this roster and the way we played. Oh, Cole's not back, but nearly everybody's back. So, yeah, looking at it, with Brooks going, Duke going because they're overage. Zborowski and Hobbs probably going as well, or maybe becoming overage for next season. I mean, depends if they get called up by their clubs. So that's New York Rangers and the Washington Capitals. They basically sent them down this year. If they call them back up, then, you know, we won't have those either. So then you're looking at the big 3 on offense for us. Nolan Patrick, of course, I expect to be drafted and play. Wagner, I expect to get drafted, probably will play in the NHL. If not, he might get sent back down, which would be nice. And Sam Steele as well, I feel, is the same as Wagner, could get sent back down, not sure there. Depends on the team and his playing opportunities, maybe. Apart from that, then, of course, Cal Foote, he'll probably get drafted. I think he will get sent back down. So he might be one piece. Steele, Wagner, Foote come back next season. We lose everybody else sort of above all. That's kind of what I'm kind of expecting there. So all Wagner, Steele with Foote, Anderson and Skinner. Could be a starting lineup. I think that'll be good enough. We'll have some rebuilding work to do. We do have the import draft and the Bantam draft to come up. But the NHL draft is where I'm thinking a little bit more about right now, because Nolan Patrick, does he go number 1 overall? Great player. Does he go number 1 overall? As you can see, the way he played was pretty good consistently. And, yeah. Big question mark to be asked there. But that's going to wrap up here. I'm just going to finish off a little bit here and sort of get a couple of ideas what comes next and how we're going to go forward. But like I say, a little bit disappointed with how the season ended. Taken out of our hands with those injuries, but okay, that's kind of what we have to deal with. That's a part of hockey. It's a hard-hitting game. You know, you can't really expect anything else. And that's kind of what happened to us this year. So hopefully next year we don't have to deal with that. We can make another run at the championship. Get ourselves in and amongst the contenders for that Memorial Trophy. Memorial Cup. And yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you're not too disappointed in the way we finished out. But, that's life. So, thanks very much. As I say, be back for the next video, which should be a look towards the drafts. Maybe getting some drafting done and rebuilding up to the start of next season. I think that might be the next video. we'll get a lot of stuff done. Until then, I've been Chris Orme. This is Franchise Hockey Manager 3. From all of us here at Regina, at the Pats, thanks very much. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you back here soon.